bad news for Firefly and Dollhouse fans, Mason. And I'll tell you why.
Joss Whedon?
Yes. He's going to be directing...
He fell into a well.
Yeah, that's right. So he's going to be writing, directing and producing a Batgirl movie for DC.
That's right.
Which is great news, right?
Yeah.
For that... No?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, who knows how anything's going to go ever. But I think this is a really good... Like, it's a good step for DC to get some fresh blood in, but also someone who kind of knows what they're doing.
Right.
As we know, he directed The Avengers, but he didn't just direct it. When he came on board, he threw out the script.
He erected it.
He erected it in a big way. He threw out the script and rewrote it. He was like, this isn't good, so I'm going to fix it. So the reason The Avengers works is because he made it, well, one of the reasons. And then off the back of that, he did Age of Ultron, which he was really unhappy with because there was a lot of pressures for him to kind of repeat the success, and there was meddling. And it's a fine movie. It's okay.
It's pretty okay.
Yeah, that's it. And I think if that hadn't been the first Avengers, it would have been kind of received better. Because I think it's solid, but it is a lot of the same.
What's the best scene in Age of Ultron? I think it's the scene between Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch. And there's the action's happening, and he's like, "You step out of the door, you're an Avenger." You know that one?
Oh, yeah, that's all right. No, the Hulkbuster scene.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good too. When the Hulkbuster smashes everything, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Okay, that's good too.
Yeah, and I like Captain America's fight with Ultron as well. On top of that, I mean, that shouldn't last very long. But he's so American that he could get away with it.
That's right.
Yeah. He actually wrote a treatment for Wonder Woman.
Also, I loved Andy Serkis' accent.
Yeah.
Cuttlefish.
Do you want some kind of treat? Was that what he did?
Yeah.
He's offering everybody treats.
Have a treat.
Treat yourself. But
we have weird candy in Johannesburg.
He wrote a treatment for Wonder Woman about 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Which they scrapped. The presumption was that this story would be, if they're doing Batgirl, they're going to do the Killing Joke, because that's kind of the most well-known it's like Batgirl story, I guess. Like, it's the most significant in terms of a character's history, I suppose.
I'd say throw it in the bin.
Well, that's exactly it, because I feel like this universe has also moved so far along.
Yeah.
That if that had have happened, it would have happened like 10 years prior or whatever, because, you know, Batman's much older, the Joker's been banging about for quite a while.
And we get if we get the Killing Joke, we get tragedy, and we know where it's going to go. Yeah. We know it's going to result in Batgirl being out of action. Right, yeah. I don't want Batgirl out of action.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
That's not I mean, I could understand, I think they'd definitely call back to it.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard, the rumor is that it's going to cover the New 52 run by Gail Simone that began in 2011. Okay. Not the hipster living the high life version. Though, because it's Joss Whedon, it wouldn't surprise me if he brought in elements of that. Yeah, so the idea is that she's kind of recovered from being shot through the spine, and she's still kind of psychologically damaged.
How do you feel about it? I feel we've mentioned that on the podcast before. I feel, because after that she was replaced by Stephanie Brown, who was the next Batgirl.
And you like Stephanie Brown, don't you?
Yeah, but I also think that, like, there's so few people in wheelchairs in comic books.
Right, yeah.
And I think it was kind of maybe a bad move to reverse that and be like, she was fine, she's fine now.
Right,
She was in physical therapy for 3 months and now she's fine.
They probably used that magic rope from The Dark Knight Rises that put Bruce Wayne's spine back together.
That's true, yeah.
Ah! God! Ah!
Yeah.
They use that magic kick.
That's right.
Just kicking guys back in.
So I think that's good. I think it's good to kind of move past that. And if you're going to tell a Batgirl story, it's an interesting backstory for a movie. Do you know what I mean? I completely understand where you're coming from, because she's a really integral part, when she's Oracle of that universe, and especially like the Batman, the Arkham games, like a really significant part of that as well. But it's kind of, I think it'd be good to see her kind of Batgirling about in the streets.
I agree,
having her own thing going on.
A big screen adaptation that wasn't Batman and Robin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, funny you should mention that, because Gail Simone said on Twitter her greatest hope is that Alicia is in the movie. That would mean a lot to so many. Plus, she's fun. She doesn't mean Alicia Silverstone, Mason. I got you. April Fools. I got you. There's a character called Alicia Yeoh, who's the first openly transgender character in comics, apparently. So that's somebody that she wants to put in. How do you think this will be, like, tonally? What do you think they're going to do with this? Is it going to be like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer kind of vibe? Like, it's got elements of darkness, but it's quips and kicks and jumping about, having a coffee with your pals, kicking a bloody mobster in the head or whatever.
That's interesting. Good question.
Thank you.
What if it were kind of like, what if it were Portlandia by day,
right,
and then like Batman v Superman at night? I would kind of like that.
Right,
like it was kind of fun and friends and wacky.
Yeah.
And how weird are hipsters and their cold pressed coffee or whatever. And then they switch to nighttime and she's just pulping somebody's skull. You know?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. So I don't know. I feel like it's going to sit more kind of Buffy than maybe on the darker side.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah,
Yeah, that's.
I think maybe Batgirl is where tonally that would work better.
Yeah,
maybe I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't disagree, but I really like the choice. Like, I don't love everything Joss Whedon's done. I didn't particularly care for Dollhouse, but apparently it gets a lot better.
I'm never gonna find out.
Don't know, but yeah, but obviously like Avengers speaks for itself. Firefly's great. I know you're a big fan of Buffy, so it's a great choice, and I feel like it's kind of good for DC to kind of get away from the kind of mold they've kind of put themselves in with the grim and gritty Zack Snyder's everything slow-mo kicking each other in the dark or whatever. Like, I just think it's good to get other creatives in. Like, we've got James Wan doing one now, and maybe if The Flash ever happens, that'll be good.
Yeah,
maybe.
Be good.
Who knows?
That super speed effect's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Matt Reeves doing Batman, obviously. So I think...
For now,
yeah. I think it's good news on the whole.
I love it.
For DC. But I want to talk casting, Mason.
Oh, yes.
I said to you before the show, do you have any casting preferences? And then I said...
And I was like, ask me later.
And then I said, don't worry, I made a list.
Oh, okay, great.
So you don't have to actually think about it.
All right, well, I mean... I think a lot of people have gone, I think she should be older. If Batman's older, I think Batgirl should be older.
But isn't she like college-aged in the New 52 version? And if she's Commissioner Gordon's daughter, but then if she's been shot through the spine, when did that happen?
Yeah, I think she needs to be...
And if Batman had sex with her, like in the Killing Joke animated movie.
Oh, no.
Did you see that? It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't
It's
care
real
about
weird.
Yeah.
Here we go. I got some names. Emma Stone.
I don't like... How about Jessica... I'm going to say Jessica Chastain. That's my choice.
Okay, I like that.
If we're going what I assume to be natural redheads.
Sure. Do you reckon it's like when Lex Luthor was being cast? It was like, who's bald?
Who's bald?
Who can be bald?
Who are the bloody chrome domes in the DC universe?
Emma Stone.
Yep.
Emma Watson.
Yeah, all right.
Emma Roberts.
All right.
Emma Thompson.
Oh, yeah?
Any of those good?
Nah.
No?
No, too young.
Okay, I got more.
And I mean, they're going to cast young, because why would they cast anyone with any acting experience?
What about Alice Eve?
Yeah, okay. That could work.
A little bit older. So you're thinking like early 30s, maybe?
Well, Jessica Chastain's 40.
Yeah. They were talking about her for Poison Ivy, or people pushing her for Poison Ivy, which I think could work as well.
Either of those is fine.
Yeah. Evan Rachel Wood, who's from Westworld.
Yep.
I like that a lot.
That's good.
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Way too young.
Yeah, I don't like that either. No. Yeah. She's good as Hit Girl, but no, I think she's actually stepped away for a bit. She was supposed to do Little Mermaid, and she's like, I don't want to do movies at the moment.
That's fair.
So, yeah. Naomi Harris from the Bond franchise.
Oh, she's Moneypenny, right?
She's Moneypenny, yeah.
That could work.
Hayley Atwell.
Okay, but that would be...
A conflict?
That would be a conflict of interest.
But if they're doing anything with her, I don't know if she's coming back in any...
Right.
She's probably still contracted for a bunch of stuff.
Then totally Hayley Atwell. That would be good.
Here's one from Dollhouse fame and also True Lies fame. Elijah Dushku. How do you say that? I don't know.
Yeah, but you nailed that.
Did I? Thank you.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe. What about that?
What's she done lately?
For you? Nothing.
Wow. Then she's out.
Alicia Vikander.
From...
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
She's also the current Tomb Raider.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's some pictures came out this week. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if that works.
I feel she's I feel she's too petite.
Right, yeah.
And I know we all grew up on like Batman the Animated Series, where all the men are huge, like brick walls, and all the women are these tiny petite women. But I think she should be, I don't know, because like Batman, like Affleck Batman, he's been doing it for a long time and he's huge.
He's a massive fella.
Make it kind of bigger. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Last one I got here is also a redhead. It's Rose Leslie, who you might know as Jon Snow's girlfriend, I guess.
The wildling lady.
Which I don't mind that either.
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's redheaded?
Who's redheaded?
Who's redheaded?
Anyway, Batgirl, very excited. Look forward to it in 5 to 7 years. Who knows?
Yep.
It hasn't been officially announced, but it did come through Variety, so it's probably true.
Okay.
Good to see Joss Whedon burning some bridges, jumping ship.
Yeah, right.
Getting on board something else.
Well, how many more could he do?
Exactly. He was done. He didn't want to do anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no way he could... Even if the next one lives up to the quality of Avengers or whatever...
Yeah.
Then... I don't know.
Shut up.
Yeah, shut up, exactly.
Okay.
You seem ginge and bald, Joss Whedon, shut up.
If you liked this video, we'll make this a video.
Oh, yeah, nice.
If you like this video, give it a subscribe. We don't mind, do we?
I mind a little bit.
Give it a thumbs up. We don't mind, do we?
I mind a lot about
You're ruining the YouTube algorithm, Mason.
Yeah, I know. I'm an agent of chaos.
Give it a comment.
I just want to see the YouTube algorithm burn.
But also, check out our full show on the Weekly Planet. It's linked below. No pictures. Just fun. Just fun times. Yeah. Or on planetbcasting.com.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for watching. You can say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, the internet. Goodbye, YouTube. Good night, Moon.